We are live. Hello, everyone. I'm Mia Voss. Welcome to the remote version of the Mia Connect Power Chat. I've got a couple special guests here. But first of all, let's talk about where I'm at. Where in the world is Mia Voss? Because we're in sunny LA. And I went to Disneyland. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So that's where we're at today. We're actually in Long Beach today. Greg surprised me with a trip yesterday. Let's talk about it.
Yes, we were fortunate enough to get off the plane and have my maps tell Mia about the secret before I wanted her to know.
Yeah. We get in the car, and I'm like, where are we going? And then his GPS goes, navigating to Disneyland. I'm like, what? So that was my first trip to Disneyland yesterday, and I'm going to wear this all friggin' day. I'm just going to walk around and wave at people all day. So listen, today the show is going to be about, I love how you keep getting the tiara. Look at this bad mofo. Like, I picked this up at Disney World yesterday and walked around all day, and there's the only other people wearing it were a bunch of 6-year-olds. And I was shameless about it. I don't care. Mortar Day. I've got businesses from all across the country. I'm going to start with 2 that are in my hometown of Denver. But first, I'm going to also get to some comments. So let me clap. And we're going to introduce everybody. Oh, yeah, and I got a lightsaber yesterday, too. We went on the Star Wars thing, nerding out. I'm going to post the Instagram link. You're going to love it. So, oh, is that the dishwasher? Anywho, we got all kinds of noise going on in the background. So here's a couple comments. We've got Mike Alton thought for sure that I was going to be broadcasting live from Star Wars Disney, and I would break Google again because I would have been talking about Star Wars. But again, we went on the Star Wars exhibit.
Oh.
We went on the Star Wars exhibit yesterday and nerded out. I finally got to feel what going through the jump to light speed was like. That was amazing. Cheryl Deuce is checking in for her hubby. Thank you, darling. It's going to be epic. Dawn Swift, she's got her tiara going for us, which I so appreciate. Joe Ray says, awesome. I'm excited. You think it was my trip. Have a ball. Thank you so much, brother. We've got Lance Field saying hi to Tim Longwell, which is awesome. Denise, who's shared my tiara before, is loving it on Greg. And a big shout out to our birthday girl, Lainey Sullivan. Happy Friday, party people. You're in my hometown. I wish we could see her. So that's our audience for right now. You guys, as we talk to each of our guests, I would love if you've got questions or comments. You know I'm going to be able to see them. We're going to pop them up on here too. But first I'm going to start with our first guest. Coming out of Denver, this hot number right here is Rami Rossello. Woo! Hey, girl, how are you?
I'm good, okay? Thanks. It's nice to see you. Good morning.
Yay.
I can hear you great.
This is Rami's, we're popping Rami's cherry for Hangouts today, right, Rami?
Yes, correct.
This is your first Google Hangout, yes.
First Google Hangout.
Okay, we might have you muted, honey. I can't hear you. So, guys, I want to talk about Rami. So, in Denver, she started with Proto's Pizza, which was an amazing business, and then she went on to open Comida, which really started off with the pink taco truck, right, Rami?
It did. I started in May of 2010. We had our first party on the 17th, so I'm coming up on a 4-year anniversary, which is pretty exciting.
Woohoo!
And from there, I know, thanks. From there, about a year and a half later, started the first brick and mortar. And a year after that, opened the second one, which is where I'm sitting right now.
So tell us about that. So the first one you started was in Longmont, which is north of Denver, right?
Yep, it's just north of Denver, outside of Boulder. I started, the food truck was Boulder-based, but the opportunity came about to do the restaurant in Longmont in this little neighborhood that I had actually lived in for a long time. And the restaurant was owned by a couple people that I knew, and things didn't really work out as well as they had wanted. Their landlord, who has become my business partner, offered me the restaurant for free. So that was a deal I couldn't refuse.
Wow. Yeah, I'd say that's the understatement of the year.
Can you hear me?
You know,
do you want to keep talking? Sorry.
Having it ready, right? Because a lot of times you can open a restaurant and it would be, you know, you've got to do all this retrofitting to it, right?
No, I mean, this restaurant was made, it was like it was completely meant to be. The ceiling was
Pink.
hot pink, which was the color
That's
of my
right.
truck. The chairs were pink. There were there were forks and knives and plates and computers and booze on the shelves. It was ready to go.
Oh, honey, that is amazing. Can you hear me okay? By the way, I'm going to keep keep chatting on that. So then tell us about the source that you're at now too. Hey guys, I may have to jump back out and come back into my own broadcast. Watch this. I can't do it. Okay, guys, I'm back. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
I had to jump out of my own show. This is the beauty of doing things remotely, by the way. Let's clap for that. How's that? Exactly. Okay, Ramey, are you still there with us, honey? Okay, I think everybody's frozen. I think the internet connection's really bad. Oh my goodness, this is not good. Are you guys still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Can you hear anybody else?
Yep, we're here. We're all
Yeah,
here.
we're here. Hey, Mia, I gotta
Yeah.
say, this is Dennis, by the way.
Yeah.
I feel your remote pain, girl.
Honey, welcome. You know it's always a hot mess. I'm going to still keep on doing this and keep on going. Can you guys hear Ramey or see Ramey at all? Do you see
No, we
Greg
can
fanning
see her.
himself?
She's frozen. We can't hear her, though.
She's
Okay,
frozen.
you know what? We might see if Ramey can come back in. We'll see if she can jump back in. You know what I'm going to do, though, you guys? Look at what Greg fanning himself. He's over here having a heart attack. I'm loving it. Hey, Susan, I'm going to jump to you, darling, since you've been waiting so patiently.
Sure.
You guys, this, by the way, I'm going to keep clapping, is Susan Dillon. And Susan is also, the one thing I didn't mention is that we run a group here called Crave Denver in Denver, and both Susan and Ramey are featured in this book, which is fabulous. It's a book celebrating women entrepreneurs. So I've known Susan, gosh, we're going on probably like 3 or 4 years now, and that's how we met. But tell me about Kitty May Millinery and how you came up with it, because it's kind of a saucy little story, girlfriend.
It is. I tell people that if something interests me, I probably will try and do it.
Yep.
And back in 2008, the thing that interested me most was burlesque. And so I started, yeah, baby, shaking it. I started performing under the name Kitty May Cupcake, and I wanted a little mini top hat for a performance I was working on.
Right.
And, you know, I've been sewing since I was a kid, so I thought, you know, I'll just teach myself how to do this. And my first hat was a disaster. My second I loved. And I fell in love with the process more than anything else. So I started doing costume millinery, and then a couple years later started doing some bridal pieces, and then I taught myself how to hand block hats. So now I do everything from small little flowers to full-on Kentucky Derby hats like back here.
Like these. Oh.
Like these.
Yeah, and you've designed them for people across the country specifically and sent them to them, right? I've seen some of those.
I have. I've actually designed across the world at this point. I've had customers from 5 continents.
Woo!
I know.
And how did they find out about you? Like, how did it?
Sorry, I lost my computer there. It's bad.
Hey, listen, I can't even shake a stick at that. I'm over here jumping out of my own broadcast. So.
Shortly, I'm going to amuse myself with an earthquake. Ah! Sorry, it's early. I haven't had coffee. Most people usually hear about me word of mouth, although Etsy's been pretty good for me. I've gotten a lot of really good press. I've been fortunate enough to know people who can really help me sort of get the word out. So I've had some magazines and some blogs and, you know, all kinds of places where people have been helping me spread the word.
So that's the thing that I love too, which this is, I think this is your first Google Hangout too, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Speaking of saucy, we just popped Susan's cherry too. How you feeling about that?
You know, I'm a little weirded out, but you know, I'll get over it.
Too bad you don't smoke, right?
I know.
Baby, there's a couple hats up in that corner that I could use when I go play basketball.
Yeah, we're gonna actually,
Absolutely.
Susan. Yeah, I'm gonna stop and try and get your hat. Hey, can you show us the little tiny hat? Because I tried it on the other day, or I was looking at it the other day, and it reminded me of Men on Film when he would put that little tiny hat on his head.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can you show us the little hat? Uh-oh. Doesn't again. No, that might be me.
Got it all started. Where am I? Here I am.
Oh, you guys, we're going to take... It is the
Kitty May cupcake lips again.
I changed my mind. I want that one.
Dave,
I will not put on the cupcake pasties, though.
Oh, how'd that work? Yeah. You know what? That would be the requisite for it. Okay, so tell us, so here's what I love, too. So you're in a spot in Denver that's kind of a co-op, just like Ramey's spot. Tell us about where you guys are at in North Denver, or in the Rhino District.
We're in the River North Arts District. The building I'm part of is called Wazi Union. It's an old steelworking factory right on the railroad tracks. You can probably hear the trains going by as I'm talking. But we have over 60 studios here. It's one of the largest art collectives in Colorado. Everything from photographers to jewelers to milliners, fiber arts, painting. It's just a really fun, creative spot.
Isn't that fun, too? So, and then there's somebody else that's in the spot with you is hubby Norman.
Yes, my husband's here with me too. Although we don't share a space, we've learned long ago our organizational styles are radically different and annoy each other.
That's so diplomatic. My organization. In other words, I don't like how you do that.
He doesn't like that I leave everything out, and I don't like that he wants me to put everything away.
Exactly. Oh wait, do you see what's going on? By the way, look who's telling on me with the organization.
You're being lightsabered.
Exactly, poking me with a lightsaber. There's another business in there, Steve Sells, and I did some. This was great. Talk about businesses coming together. I was able to model for Steve, and your husband was a photographer, and you were there, and he makes those amazing kimonos, and that's in the space too, right?
It is, yeah. He's hard at work. I was just down there yesterday.
Okay, so here's the cool thing, you guys, about this neighborhood. Have you been over there? Because it's right next to Comida. It's such a really cool. It's an old, more of an industrial neighborhood. So can you show us the view out your window? Because it's so cool.
Actually, let me open the door.
Yep. Is down by the train tracks. Such an amazing view, you guys. So you can see all of the spot. Here's Susan's little spot.
Here's the train tracks. And then this is our giant building.
It is so fun.
It's super industrial and funky, and
I can see my house from here.
Better. All right, so tell us what you're doing. I know we're going to make you walk now. Tell us if there's anything you have going on in the community. You guys are doing any kind of collaborative efforts with some other businesses.
Well, right now I am firmly into Kentucky Derby season, but as far as Wazi Union, we're coming up on the River North Arts District Open Studios tours, and so we're working with some of the local food trucks to have them here. Mm-hmm. We're also trying to plan out a summer artisans market where we can get other locally owned creative businesses to come set up shop here at Wazi Union since we have all of this space.
Gotcha, honey. Oh, I love that. Oh, we got Ramey back in too. No, that's perfect. So, and the guys, the other thing that's kind of funny about it too, you've been over that neighborhood, is that Ramey and Susan are literally within 5 minutes. Oh no, I'd say, well, I mean, you can almost see each other, right? The source is right around the corner.
Yeah, it's right around the corner. I'm going to be walking over there after this show for a coffee from Boxcar.
How long have you guys been in Denver, by the way?
I've been in Denver personally since 2002.
Yep, we've all been blowing it up in Denver for I think I've been since '95. You've been through 3 years, so we're loving Denver. I'm loving how it's getting gentrified, especially in the neighborhood. Hey, Susan, real quick before we transfer over, Dawn Switch says, "Girlfriend, I want to meet you."
Oh.
That is awesome. Kim Armstrong.
Just drop me a line. Come by and play play dress up anytime.
Yeah, and we have done that many, many, many a time. Kim Armstrong says, great story, what lovely fascinators you have, which is awesome.
Yeah.
This one's for Greg. How hot is Greg Boyce? That one is random and in there. Kim Boltzmann is in here saying, comments are blowing up like a slot machine. We hit the jackpot. And David Schiffman is here. Thank you, my brother. Hang in there. These guys, everybody's so patient with us because they know what a hot.
Susan, I didn't even go to the Derby last year because I didn't have a hat.
Oh, I can tell you. I can
But he did drop my happy ass off on it last year too. So. And if you guys don't know, Denver we have one of the largest Derby parties, right, Susan?
We do, yeah. They have it downtown, and I've got quite a few customers that are anxiously awaiting their hats so that they can wear those next weekend.
Oh, we've got another one too. Yeah, exactly. Delilah, our monogamous temptress, totally girl crossing on the top hat. Absolutely, that thing really is adorable. All right, so Susan, tell us where we can find you and what would be the best place to go check out all your shiny.
You can go to my website, which is www.kittymaymillinery.net, or you can go to my Etsy shop and look up Kitty May Millinery or Kitty May Bridal. I actually have two shops just to kind of keep everything really confusing.
It's all about
or you can, if you're here in Denver or coming to Denver, just give me a call. I'm open by appointment, but I can do appointments pretty much anytime. I live 2 blocks away from here.
She can jam whenever you need to. Faux show. All right, honey, if you want to hang out, that's awesome. I know you got a lot going on. You're doing your hat thing, but we so appreciate you. And then when we get done, Susan, I will show you I want you to go through the comments. You guys, this is what's great about having a lot of people on the show today, is most of these guys have not been on Google Plus before, so we're kind of breaking them in and letting them know that, I mean, I'll have people comment where they're from as well, Susan.
Okay.
So like what kind of, like getting on these Google Hangouts, we're going to make you drink a lot of Google Kool-Aid.
That'll be all right.
I stopped by her place the other day and was showing her how to get on, so that's how Susan even got her in the first place. So, honey, thank you so much for coming on with us today. We appreciate it. And if you need to jump out, we totally understand. Let's see if we've got Raimi back on. Raimi, are you back on, sweetie? We see her, but we can't hear her. And what about Kirk Sherrod? Where's our brother at?
There he is.
Hey, darling, how are you? Oh, yeah. What is that?
Hey, David.
What is going on here? It looks like a hot, sick mess is what it does.
Oh, it's not. Let me
going on all this technology.
David, you gotta go back.
Hold on.
What are you talking about?
Gotta get back to Lightning Pond. Come
When
on,
I
man.
was a
No, this
boy,
is supposed to be Kirk, come on, man. Get
when
out of
I
here.
was a boy, there was no such thing as bicycles. We were.
David,
What is he doing?
Miner needs your help.
Oh, all right. I gotta go. We'll see you later.
Okay. Hey. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we
That's
also got
David
Dennis Juice.
Winston. He photobombs from time to time. Please forgive. I'm trying to find Kirk. I'm looking for him. Just let me see if I can find him. Hold on. Just a second.
All right, honey. So let's talk about what we've been doing here in
Sorry
LBI.
about that. I've been kind of busy. I had a lot of stuff going on this morning.
Oh, there he is. He's back. He's back. What up, brother? How are you? I felt really weird that you didn't have the sunglasses on. I wasn't quite sure. So, hey, you guys, welcome to the show. Kirk Sherrod of Jerks Bike Shop. Yeah. What's going on, darling?
Well, we're just, we're hanging out.
I know. That's what we do. And that is what we do best. I'm going to see if we've got any comments for you yet. Everybody's still talking about Susan's hats. They're a little...
Oh, those are amazing. Susan, great
Hey,
stuff.
I want one.
I want one. I'm into hats. We lose Mia, too.
We lost Mia again.
I think we lost Mia again.
Let's take over the show.
Mia got lost.
I like that idea. We'll take over the show.
Oh, there she is.
It's okay?
Yeah, we see you.
All right, darling. I just got the connectivity problem, too. I cannot imagine how bad this looks from everybody's end, but we're going to keep on keeping on, aren't we?
Oh, looks good. It looks okay. You guys
Okay.
look good.
As long as you can see my damn ears and Greg's tiara, which is actually pretty... He wants to know if we can go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles after this, just so you know. That's going to be... Did you see we went to the Giant Donut yesterday, the Randy's Donut?
I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah, that was the first thing. All I can think when I see that thing is that movie Volcano, where the donuts rolling down the street, right? In
Yes.
the movie Volcano.
Yes.
All right, listen. Enough about us. Let's talk about you. What do you think about us?
Well, we think that we think that we think. I love it. I love it. I love all of it.
All right,
Where
darling.
do I get some? That's what I want to know. Where do I get some of that?
Where do you get some of this? Exactly. We're not even drinking mimosas yet. I know our girl Joanne Woolley was asking me if we were having juice with our drink yet, and we're just drinking coffee. All right, so let's talk about Kirk's Bike Shop or Jerk's Bike Shop in Utah. That's where you're at, right, darling?
That's where we're at. Yes.
And listen, we had a quick chat the other day. You were doing some cool stuff with kids in the community, and what you do with kids who come in and purchase bikes. Talk to me about that, because I dig that.
Well, we just decided
Can you hear
that
us?
kids are it. I mean, kids are all about bicycles. I mean, everybody remembers their first bicycle, and that's a memory. You want to have that, and so we try and create that here at Jerk's Bike Shop. We want to make sure that you have your kid on the right bicycle. So what we do is we offer a buyback program where you spend money on your kid's bicycle. Let's say you spend $100. We give you that same $100 back towards the next bike that you buy for your kid. And we do that till they're 12.
And you do that what, honey?
Until they're 12.
Oh, I love that. And then tell us about some of that. Can you show us some of the bikes?
Yeah, we can do that. Let me see how we're going to do that.
You do whatever you want to do. This show is all about you, darling.
Hello.
Not that one. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so we'll show you a couple of bikes. There's one right here.
This one's for you, Mia.
That is for me. I like the training wheels too. That's awesome.
It's normally for a 6-year-old, but you have 6-year-old mouse ears on, so we figured, well, we'll just, get you a 6-year-old bike.
Kurt, does that come with a DVD player?
Yeah, no, it's no DVD player. See, everything's. I don't know if you know this, but everything's iPod now. Technology thing has happened.
Exactly. We love it. We love it. Oh, brother, that's fantastic.
This is a cool one. This is this new Strider bikes.
No pedals.
There's no pedals on it. It's designed for kids to learn how to balance and steer, and then once they learn how to do that, riding a bicycle with pedals is nothing but a thing. So after maybe 6 months, they get pretty good on these, and then we move them over to a pedal bike, like that.
That is so smart. Now, is that something that you designed, or
Oh no, heavens no! But I have to admit, back in the day, a long time ago, before they came out with Strider bikes, we used to just take the pedals off the bikes and let kids do that to learn how to do it. And I think that's where they came up with the concept. But it's a really good thing because kids can't learn all 3 things at once, so kids get frustrated. And just throw the training wheels away. That is a bad idea, because it teaches kids how to ride things, and they don't learn how to ride properly. And then when you take the training wheels off, they have to learn it all over again, and they get frustrated. So just throw the training wheels away, get them a Strider bike, and then put them on a pedal bike.
What a smart idea. So this is like a whole, because dude, think about that when we were kids. In fact, I'm going to post a picture. Only see me going right off the driveway because I was like,
this is a good one here. This is a fat bike, and fat bikes they have huge fat tires. You can see how big they are.
Oh yeah, Fat Tire Classic, brother.
Yep, and it's designed to go in the snow and in the sand, so you can go just about anywhere on that bike.
Greg just said that what did you say?
Well, when the zombies are chasing you, that would come in handy.
Yeah, you think that'd be a good zombie bike, brother?
Yes, in fact, they have one it's called the Beast Stalker, and it's camo, and it has a gun rack on the front. So that's for the zombie attacks. Do that. You can order a zombie attack from me right here at Jerk's Bike Shop.
Hey, I got a couple comments I need to pull up. First of all, brother Chef Dennis, my Luis, was here after this show, which we're going to California Adventure. But after the show, y'all need to go check out, gonna get on the big kid rides. After the show, you guys all need to check out Brother Chef's show. Lynn says, love those Strider bikes, Kirk. Very cool. You guys are on top of it. Jerk's Bike Shack. Bo show. And then I think our jerky girls are in the audience too. Can we talk
Oh,
about
that's gonna happen, I'm sure. You know,
Yeah.
I got a shout out to the jerky girls. Can I do that?
Yo, heck yeah, let's talk
You know
about
what, jerky girls, I want you all to go plus yourselves.
it.
Get your jerky girl shirts.
Yeah, we got Dennis has got my jerky girl shirts. There they are, right there. Dennis
I
is
have one
modeling-
of those, by the way, and it is super, super cute. Hold on a second. I really wish I was drinking now.
Who said that?
That was me.
Oh. I thought you
All
were
right, we
reading-
got a
I thought
couple
you were
more
reading a
comments. If
comment.
you're okay with that. Kim Armstrong says, what a great idea. People are making an investment, not just buying a bike. Keeps them happy and coming back. Cool. Was that Strider bike on Shark Tank?
No, that's actually a bike called the Kazam, which is very, very similar. It's still a balance bike. It's just a little bit different for maybe a kid that's a little bit older, maybe 3 or 4 year old that hasn't quite learned how to ride a bike yet, but they're taller. So it's a good bike.
You carry Kazam as well, don't you?
Yeah, I carry Kazam here as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. And then, well, Stephanie just said, hi, Stephanie. The Strider bikes are so useful. That's how my 5-year-old learned.
Yeah.
Lynn, we already got that one. Our girl, Candace Marco, who's also in LA. Hopefully we're going to see her. That's how my son learned to ride a bike with a Scud. I'm not sure how that it is. Worked like a charm, right?
He's probably trying to spell scoot.
Oh. Do you think it was spelled phonetically?
Phonetically, yes.
Okay, I think so. This is a very important comment. We might want to talk about this. Our girl Rhonda says, you know what, go plus yourself, Christian.
You know what, Rhonda Green? I already have like a bunch of times this morning.
Okay, so for you guys who are wondering what that's all about, did you see that whole thing the other day, the go plus yourself?
No.
Yeah, Greg's going to learn about it now. So the other day, Kirk makes a comment. Our brother Lance Fields also notices that Kirk likes his own comment, right?
Oh, he does do that.
He does do that.
I need to do that.
And so, you know, Lance was trying to shame you a little bit, as we are all want to do at times, and you just said, you know, he said,
Uh-oh.
did you hear us?
No, I couldn't hear you.
Okay, we were saying that you basically got told, made fun of because you plussed yourself the other day. You plussed your own comment, correct?
That's my own comment, yep. Hey, you know what? Every once in a while, we just need to pat ourselves on the back a little bit and say, you know what? That was a good comment.
He tried to, yes, he's patting me on the back with the giant hand. Seriously, we're going to take pictures of me all around town. It's the man hands. Here's my comment, by the way. Does this make my hands look big? Seriously, it's my new fun thing.
No, it just makes your butt look small.
I'm sorry, what? It got frozen.
Did you hear me? I can't hear her.
Put it on our own show.
Every monster.
Push that button.
I think we should push that button. I'm surprised we still have, we have more viewers. We're at 42 right now. The numbers keep going up. It must be
42
around so much. All right, darling, let's talk more about the shop. How long has your shop been around, and what else are you doing with the community? And, you know, what are you guys up to? Because you're rocking out your sock out over there.
Well, we've been in this location for 2 years. We've been in business for over 5 years. We started calling it Jerk's Bike Shop about 2 years ago. In fact, it'll be 2 years in May. It's coming up here in a couple of days. And you know, we've tried to reach out to a lot of things. Right now, we're working on a project with the high school and a high school racing team. And the high schools here in Utah have a large racing community. And so we're trying to reach out and get a new racing team going right now for Murray High School. And lots of support, a lot of things going on with that. The community is really good to commute to work on their bikes. We're really working on that, trying to get more commuters. Leave your cars at home and go for a commute. So coming up in May, that's Bike Month. So we're gonna push off a thing in May that talks about riding your bikes to work. We're gonna try and give a tip every day about how to be safe on the road, also how to repair your bikes, all those kinds of things, so that if you haven't any inclination at all that you want to ride to work, go ahead and do that.
You know, we talked about this. I had a show about a month and a half ago, and it was the health and fitness show, and that was the thing we were talking about is that some cities, it is kind of tough to, you know, do that. Our city's really good for it. Denver's actually, oh my God, seriously? Hello. Listen, it's not a hot mess without it being a hot mess. Denver's really great, really great for that. We've got a lot of bike trails. We have our Denver Bike to Work Day is in June. I think you might have done that before too. How is Utah, or how is your city for that? I mean, it's great to say go out and ride a bike, but I think that is kind of tough for some places where it may not be friendly for that. So tell us about your town, and then what kind of initiatives you all have for that to make it easier for people to ride their bikes around town.
Well, bike lanes is a big thing. We're discussing with the city right now about some new bike lanes in Murray, the city of Murray. But, you know, Salt Lake is a good bike town. We have a lot of programs available. We have a green bike downtown where you can just go pick it up and rent it with your credit card. There's lots of cool things like that coming up. But, you know, it's not like Portland. It's not like, you know, over the pond in Holland, you know, where we can go and there's bicycles everywhere.
Sure.
We'd like to see it that way. You know, there's no reason we can't ride more. You know, I try and ride as much as possible. Every once in a while I have to transport bikes, and so I've got to drive a car. But, man, it's not a big deal to just jump on your bike and ride to work. It's not that far, most of the time.
I think it's just that getting in the habit of it. I know we were just talking about that. Oh, where did we go last night? We were at a bike shop here. We're going to send you a picture. Because Greg even said we took some pictures of some really cool bikes, and what did we see? That crazy hovercraft thing?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was afraid to touch it because it was expensive. And then they also had that big pimpin' bike with the white walls that were like this, something like this. And I was like, I want that one. Mm-hmm. Well, the seat looked comfortable too. Won't be pushing in my cushion.
We both have a lot of junk in our trunk, just so you know. What kind of bikes would you recommend for junk in the trunk?
Well, there's the de-junker. Most bikes are just a de-junker. So if you ride it, it will de-junk.
I don't want it pushing in my cushion.
Well, that's, yeah, you got to, you know, there's, well, you know, that's a mess.
I did not say that's a black thing at all. I can't. Okay, you can ask him. I think we actually might, for once, have like stunned Kurt into silence there. Kurt into silence there for a second. What do you think?
No, that was just a video connection.
It was. Okay, so listen, we've got a couple more comments. Apparently it is Scoot, by the way, Brother Man. Zara says it is spelled that way. She loves it. She's 2.5 years old, if that sounds familiar. So go scoot yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Go
Lynn thinks go plus yourself.
Yeah.
What, honey?
That's her new favorite hashtag.
It is her new favorite hashtag. Mark Seidel says he just got back to see the comment stream. What in the gay hell did he miss? That one is awesome. We're going to go back on Plus Yourself because Brother Lance says you are the king of self-plussing. Hey, listen, we have to give credit where that came from because I know she actually didn't want to say it, but let's talk about where Go Plus Yourself came from.
Go Plus Yourself came from Rhonda Green because that was the comment after we were talking about Go Plussing Yourself and we were chatting about it. And then Rhonda chimed in. She says, Go Plus Yourself. And then she created this whole Google Go Plus Yourself banner. And, I mean, you know, now it's just crazy. So the T-shirts and the hats will be out soon.
Hold on a second. We're going to try and get Raimi back on here, too, because we want to hear what she's about, too. Hey, here's a couple other questions or a couple comments. Oh, Kirk Miller says, yes, Bike to Work Day in Denver is huge. Zara says, way into bikes here in Portland. And then we also have...
Go P-Town.
What, honey?
I said go P-Town.
Yep, Go P-Town is right. And then we've got a couple other ones. Let's see. Oh, and Greg, hold on a second. Go Plus Yourself here. We're going to have that little comment. Oh, here's a good one. Deco bikes. Anyone else have them in their city? What is that?
Oh, man, I don't know. I've never heard of that. I don't know what the Deco bike is. Probably just a bike brand. You can probably just pull it up. Deco bikes.
Okay, sounds good. And then we're going to try and bring in a couple of people. What do you say?
It sounds like something from South Beach in Miami.
Doesn't it? I know, the Deco bikes, they're all picked up. Hey, Greg has a question for you, Kirk.
Kurt, it would be great, and it'd be a good way to get Mia to come to Utah.
Oh, he's talking about that. Let's get on that one.
I would love for you to have like a fundraiser or something huge where you have like a bike run, jerk run, whatnot with the bikes, and we could ride. Finish line is your business. And we get girlfriend here to come.
Hey.
Raise money.
Go plus yourself, and okay, I think
There you
that's
go.
a great idea.
Plus me twice.
I'll tell you what. I'll do that if Mia will go on a bike ride with me, and we do a hangout on the bike ride with Dennis Deuce.
Oh.
You better bring an oxygen tank.
You better pack a lunch. Listen, we're in. Dennis, what do you think? Can Gombach put that together for us, and then I'll.
Absolutely, I got all the tools. I've done remote before. We can do it
You know
again.
what we should call it? If we do it, pedal your happy ass. What do you
No,
think?
no.
Mia pedals her happy ass out to
No,
me.
it's Mia pedals her happy ass. No, Mia wanna pedal my happy ass.
Pedal drive, I'll pedal. How's that? You like that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so here's another one. Brother Lance says, be sure to mention 30 days of biking. I was going to ask you about that. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So 30 days of biking. Chris Davies started that, and he's been riding his bike for 30 days. And you take a picture of what you're riding and where you're riding it, and then you just post it up and just hashtag 30 days of biking.
Shout out to Chris Davies. He is Jerk's Corner.
We did lose Mia.
It's just you and
She's
I,
back.
lady. Oh, there she is.
Listen, I am nothing if not tenacious about my show.
Yeah.
Right?
You're not giving up.
All right, darling.
True.
Okay, so can you say it again? Tell me about 30 days of biking because I do want to hear about that.
Okay, 30 days of biking. So Chris Davies started that. Chris Davies over in London. He's over the pond.
In London.
And you got to say it every time. Anyway.
Oh, I still need to get Chris Davies on the show. That's right.
There's a big joke about that. Anyway, he's not in
Okay.
London, but I have to say that because anyway, it's a long joke.
Okay.
Anyway, so he started taking pictures of himself riding bikes and his friends riding bikes. It's 30 days of biking. So every day he takes a picture and posts it up. And we've been trying to do it, but I can't keep up. I got too much stuff going on. So I've tried to put my 30 days of biking when I can. And I tried to do 30 days of biking with 30 different bikes. And I think I'm only at like 16 or 17. So I got a bunch of catching up to do.
Awesome. Where are you posting those pictures at, honey?
They're just going up here on Google+.
Just
Hey,
follow the hashtag. Everyone that's doing it's using it.
Yeah, and it's pretty good following, 30 days of biking.
Hashtag 30 days of biking. I'm digging that too. All right, cool. Let's talk about what more about community things that you're doing, or give me some other collaborations that you've got going on. Obviously with Dennis Deuce, which can we just mention, Dennis, we talked about this on the show, when Dennis was on the show, you were not a Google Hangout guy at all, and now you are all ate up about Google, correct?
Well, you know what? I realized that there's a platform here to share, and I've never had that before. So, and I've always wanted to do that, and so now one of our biggest focuses is our biggest things to do is go to other businesses or have other businesses come here, and that's what we talk about, kind of like what you're doing right now.
What?
We do that.
Say that again, honey. I almost feel like this is like the worst internet I've ever been on in my life.
Okay, so it's a chance for us to share. And so we go to other businesses come here, and then we have an opportunity to put that out there for other businesses. I mean, as much as I love biking and as much as that's what we're all about, there's only so many things you can talk about with bicycles.
Mm-hmm.
They're two wheels, they go forward, they have suspension, they don't have suspension. I mean, we could go on all day about that, but it gets a little boring. So we want to share with other businesses, and that's why we did the waffle cart the other day. I don't know if you saw that.
Those were good.
We had awesome waffles at Saturday's Waffles, and they are to die for, by the way. So when you come to ride your bike here, we'll go to Saturday's Waffles.
I'm pretty sure you had Greg at Waffles.
Yeah, we had Greg at Waffles.
Oh.
And Greg's got to have the Benny.
The Benny is insane. That is the best Eggs Benedict I've had in my whole life, just saying.
Okay, so anybody who didn't see, it's an egg on top of a waffle, soft-boiled egg on top of a waffle, with hollandaise sauce and bacon.
And some.
Okay, you had me at bacon.
Right. Yes, bacon.
Just so you know. Right? Yeah. Like bacon is the shiznit. Hey,
I think I just froze.
Yeah, Greg actually just froze, but not because of bad connection, by the way. Just because of the food. I think he's having a food orgasm. Hey, real quick, and Jim's thinking this. Yeah, that just happened.
Yeah, it did.
He's
look.
fanning me. Now I'm getting the fan. All right, guys. Everybody wants to know. Actually, I am rocking the dial-up internet, Ryan. Just so you know, Ryan Miner's making fun of me. Tell us about the name Jerk's Bike Shop. Hey, brother, can you hear me?
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Why don't you answer that bat phone while you're at it?
I'm sorry. Somebody was calling. What did you say?
Exactly. Hey, real quick, I'm going to jump over to Raimi. But tell us how the name Jerk's Bike Shop came up.
Oh, okay. So the way Jerk's Bike Shop came up is my brother's name is Jeff. My name is Kirk. My sister's name is Robin. And our last name is Sherrod. So J-R-K-S. And then we just called it Jerks because it had to happen that way. And, you know, it's catchy. People like it. You know, it's kind of funny. Every day, though, I get somebody asking me, how did you come up with that? You guys aren't jerks. You're nice.
I love it. I think somebody did call him, actually, for sure. Okay, guys, I'm going to jump over to Raimi real quick before it gets too busy at the restaurant, and then we're going to go with Jim Schenkel. Raimi, you made it back in, darling. Thank you for being so patient. I promise it's never this hard. Well-ish.
Oh, sure. It's no problem.
Okay, so tell us more about the source and what Comida is at real quick, because you guys, it's some of the best food in Denver. I kid you not.
Thanks. The source is at 33rd and Brighton Boulevard. It's a 28,000 square foot building that was built in 1880. It was an old steel foundry. So, we're in a neighborhood called Rhino River North, which is really art-driven based. It used to be very industrial. It still is. And this building is a great neighborhood was, and now there's 12 merchants downstairs, and then there are 4 or 5 different businesses upstairs. Slow Food is here as well. There's another great restaurant called Acorn, a great butcher shop, a flower shop. It's just it's a marketplace. It's a public market, is what it says on the street. And I was the first person to sign the lease in the building, so I just sort of jumped right off the cliff, and it's really worked out.
You did. I mean, I know I was taking a chance because I mean, is it an old foundry location? The building itself?
Yeah, it was an old steel. It's an old steel foundry. Yep.
And you guys, it's really.
I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
You can see sort of behind me. That's the common area space there, and then the restaurant itself is pretty industrial. So.
And then I love it too.
Lots of air, lots of open space, lots of light.
Yep, and then actually, what's in front of you is all open as well. Like
I didn't hear that.
Those windows up and have it open up to the outside, and it's beautiful. Okay, tell us about
There's 5 garage doors in the building.
Oh, say that again, honey.
I said, yeah, there's 5 garage doors that open up to the parking lot, and it just lets so much light in. Can you hear me okay?
I can, yes, I can. I know it's
Can you know?
There.
Oh, you can. No, it's fine. You're good. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So my food?
Yeah.
The food is Mexican. The food is Mexican street food. Everything is priced out individually, much like if you go to a sushi restaurant. So it's based off of how it was when I started with the truck. I wanted the food to be really fresh and obviously made from scratch, and I also wanted it to be affordable for people. So everything's $3 and $4. The quesadillas are $7 and $8. People can spend as much or as little as they want. They can, you can get out of here easily for under $10, or you can spend, and I'm happy when you do it, $60 if you have a couple drinks and a lot of tacos and salads and all kinds of stuff. Hi, Mickey. Minnie.
Oh, yeah, that's Greg's way of he wants to. Greg and Raimi I have met before too, and actually, Raimi, we were talking about the other day when you brought the pink taco truck when Jake and Heather rented the.
Who are two of our best customers. They are amazing people. I love them. So thank you.
Yes.
If you guys saw any of the pictures, by the way, from the Easter brunch, that was at Jake and Heather's, who are amazing foodies. And then they rented the Tina taco truck for her birthday, which was
awesome.
That was.
Raimi, they tried to one up. They did.
They did try and one up you, but it didn't work at all.
They did. It didn't work. trying. I like those guys a lot, so I may even, if they ask me for any pointers, I might give it to them.
Exactly, and
You could park your truck in the backyard and feed us. There's a point.
Oh yeah, you just
one of the best
full
things
service all the time, just for you.
Yes, and everybody's blowing up too. Oh, Kim Boltman wants to know if you still run your Peak Taco truck, and yes, Tina is still running. We'll post a picture of her. She's beautiful.
She's a pretty girl.
She is a pretty girl. Probably.
Actually, I'm working the truck tonight. A birthday party in Boulder for some friends, Will and Coral, that own Cured, a really great meat and cheese shop. Next to Boxcar there, Will's mother is having I think it's a birthday party for her boyfriend or partner. So, yeah, so I'm going to be on the truck slinging tacos tonight.
And I have to tell you guys, that food, it really is a party in your mouth. Yeah, it is.
I didn't think I went indoors for the party. I just hung out at the truck.
He did. I thought he was flirting with Ramey, and I think he was. It was awesome.
Are you going to crash the party?
Yeah, I can't decide who had the bigger crush on Ramey that day, and then she's hot and serving us good food. That was crazy. So
we'll fill her up when we're hugging her for tacos.
We do fill her up when we're hugging her for tacos. Listen, guys, we're going to post Ramey's links on here as well, so when you're in Denver, you can come and check it out, right? And then, Ramey, what's the best?
Thank you so much.
Yes, and then what's your website so we can check it out?
It's eatcomida.com, EATCOMIDA.com.
I love it.
Yeah.
Can you say that one more time?
All the information you need is there.
Say that one more time and do it really slow.
No, stop. He just wants to hear you say it.
EATCOMIDA. This isn't uncomfortable at all.
No, I know. And he's just making himself get all hot and bothered. All right, Ramey, honey, thank you so much for coming in. And if you want to hang out, we're actually.
Thank you.
That love
Both of you.
Thank you so much. Yay!
Bye. Thanks.
Bye, Burley.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Hey, Jim Schenkel, welcome to the show. We're going to end up with you, my friend, because we're coming up on 47 after the hour. So what's going on, brother? Tell us what's going on with you.
Well, first of all, let me get a confirmation that you can hear me.
I can.
Okay, well, good. I'm a rookie at this, so what we've got going on today in about an hour and a half is I'm going to be heading down to Razorback Stadium here in Northwest Arkansas for Champions for Kids Razor Fest. Today is the day when we're going to be setting up the event, or they're setting up the event, and we're going to take a system down there that Ronnie Benser created. As a lot of y'all saw the hangout that he did, mobile hangout down in Austin at South by Southwest.
Right.
And what we've done is we're working with Ronnie's Hangout Mastery team to support this, and going to be at this event, which it's sponsored by Walmart, by Tyson Foods, Unilever, and Kellogg's, and quite a number of others. But we'll be going around just looking at the events. It's 10th year anniversary. My wife and I used to be on the board of Champions for Kids, and it's just a great company. It's an organization it's headquartered here in Fayetteville, but it's a national organization with big ambitions. And so we thought we'd try out some technology and get the word out beyond Northwest Arkansas.
No, I'm loving it. And I know you've mentioned on a couple of shows before that that's where all those companies are headquartered out of, right? In your town in Arkansas?
Yeah, we've got about 500,000 people up here. I mean, this is not the Arkansas I grew up in, South Arkansas. I mean, we've because of Walmart, they've attracted about 1,400 teams that are here to support Walmart. So it's the world's largest concentration of brands. We've got P&G has 200 people in their office. I mean, they have 200, or about 28% of their sales go through Walmart and Sam's Club. So they have a team here that looks over that business very carefully. Kraft Foods and several others. So big area. Yeah.
You know, so what we're loving too is obviously we're talking about brick and mortar and small business, but you guys are doing a lot of like bringing companies, everybody together, and you're going to be doing this great event. Now, we've also got our man down south, way down south, Larry Fernelia is joining us too, because he's involved with us as well. Welcome to the show.
Sure
Hi,
is.
Mia. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Greg's excited. When you get the hand waving woo, you're gonna get excited. Wait to see Larry's food. Listen, Larry, we're gonna do an IRL down there. You're in Trinidad, correct?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wait till we get down there. You better save up all the food.
Yeah.
That's no problem. We have a lot of food down here.
Yeah, he wants to go to the big dance, do a little drink, and do the whole thing. Tell me how you're involved with this as well, then, with Jim.
Well, I think personally it's a great outfit to be a part of, and Jim roped me in, and wanted something special, something we could bring to the folks who join the event as well as the folks on Google Plus. And food is something that everybody gets around, and everybody loves to eat. And we thought that food would be a good fit, especially with the brands that's sponsoring the Champion for Kids. And I got Aslan Blow, who was on your show, I believe. Last week, yeah. Well, she's doing some Szechuan chicken from her kitchen in the UK. And I'll be down here, and we'll have other folks in the hangout and a kitchen party.
Okay, so you guys can tell we really do have a theme going on today, that we all love our grub, right?
Yeah.
I think food
Exactly.
is the universal solvent. Food and booze, right?
Not necessarily in that order.
Food brings people together. Food
It
definitely
does.
brings people
Hey,
together.
so Larry, tell me about, real quick, what's some of your favorite places down in Trinidad that you're loving to go to, or even some of the shops that you go to get your different supplies? Can you shout out some businesses that are local down there?
Well, actually, I could shout out my cousin, because he's a farmer. He's a local farmer, and every Friday he goes to the market to sell his produce. Well, on his way to the market, he has to pass by my house, so he drops it off. I get all my fresh vegetables weekly, and I raise chickens, so I get my fresh eggs, and and of course sometimes I have to put a.
Do you call your chickens the girls?
Yeah, the hens.
The hens. Oh man, do I love hens, and do I love to cluck? Let me tell you something. Cluck. No, that's fantastic. That's what we love. I'd love to come down there and just kind of see what the local flavor is down there too. So, and hey guys, it looks like everybody is loving what you guys are doing. They're all putting the links in here for the events, talking about Ronnie Benser. So that's going to be awesome. Tell us again when this is going to be happening, Jen. Give us the details again.
Yeah, it's going to be today and tomorrow. If they'll go to gplusedutainment.com, I posted on every page there the link to the two events. Tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow is the big deal. It's today is pretty casual, just going around and doing ad hoc interviews, testing out the equipment, testing bandwidth, which is my biggest concern. But we'll see. We found out that I'm using an iPad Mini, and it kind of blocks out about a third of the page. So, in any event, that's a challenge. But it's all learning. And so tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll go around. We'll interview the nonprofits, interview some of the sponsors, and then we'll end up in the Tyson VIP place where all the sponsors are, and hopefully just get a lot of interviews from people and finding out why it is they support kids. That's really the theme. And what we're really trying to do, Mia, the bigger picture is, and they can see it on my website. I mean, there's a real problem with nonprofits raising money, and we think that part of the problem with that is that the publicity only is within the local market. But if we can start using this technology that Ronnie demonstrated, that we're demonstrating today and tomorrow, then we believe that by expanding it into the internet and then getting the social media people from the corporations who are sponsoring to continue on, and then using Michael Mason's new Plus My Reach to analyze it. I mean, we were on there yesterday. I mean, Larry was demoing it for me. I mean, that's pretty remarkable. Then we get, this area up here is data-driven decision-making, as most of this kind of stuff is for sponsorship. So we think we can bring that to this whole picture. It's complicated, but it's really not that complicated. All we're doing with technology as well as this marketing approach is to take what's been done before in a lot of other places and then crash it together using this fantastic Google Plus platform.
Preach it, brother man. Oh, I'm going to introduce this guy next to me in a second because he is not aware of the fact that he's going to get a tiara.
I did not know. For a tiara.
Looks very good on your bald head, by the way.
Yeah,
I know. I just love it. You know, Jim, thank you so much for doing this, though, because you're so right. We've been talking about this a lot, and plus my reach, yay, we're definitely singing those praises. But this technology is amazing. So we're going to be able to take all of our energies that we're using and funnel it in. Sorry, I got the tiara back. And funnel it in and really use our efforts. And it's going to be, I think it's going to grow exponential, don't you guys think?
Yeah, I think by next summer, every chamber of commerce in the country is going to want to do this, because it's fantastic for being able to walk around any event live, and then it ends up forever on YouTube. So it's just, we're perfecting it. One of the things about it is it's almost like Hangouts on Air. You make it look so easy, but I mean, there's some complications to it where you start adding these complications, and it really gets tough. But I feel very comfortable for a couple of reasons. One is I've got Ronnie's Hangout Mastery team that supported him in Austin behind me, so they're doing all they're running the engine room and steering the ship. I get to sit there at the captain's table and just entertain the guests. So it's going to be fun.
That is a space to be in. Now, let me just clarify, by the way, you mentioned about using the iPad, and that totally freaked out Lori Waters. She's like, hey, he still has a lower third. You're not on an iPad right now, is that correct?
I am not. I'm on my regular Mac.
Okay, I was going to say, because you look banging clear, my friend. It is looking awesome. So,
yeah, we got 5 meg upload.
I've got one final guest. Jim, thank you so much. Larry, darling, thank you so much. I can't wait down to get to hang out with you for a second. And we're going to bring in our last guest. This is Julian Payne, by the way. Hey, darling, how are you?
Good. How are you? I jumped on just in time, and I had to get it set up.
You did, and this, you guys, just so you know, this is your first Google Hangout, right? This is my brother, Ricky Little. Everybody that's been on the show, for the most part, this is their first Hangout. So, Julian, thank you for taking a chance on this, and I'm going to tell everybody real quick how we met. Okay, so Julian, you have the original mobile barbershop, is that correct?
That's correct.
And you are sitting in your Airstream barbershop right now in Hollywood.
If you can see, it stretches all the way back. We have, let me give you guys a quick.
Yeah, give us a quick tour, brother. And you are in North Hollywood, is that correct?
Yeah, North Hollywood. That's one of our stations right there. We also have my station, Pardon the Hair, right? And we have 2 more stations. We have 2 more stations in the back.
Oh my gosh! Oh, you got somebody in the back too. I love it.
So we have a total of 4 stations, and it's a lot of fun. We've been around since 2006, and started out doing promotional tours for major brands out there, such as Boost Mobile, Brand Jordan. So we started on the marketing end before we went into more of the everyday public, servicing them.
Yeah. So, you guys, I want to tell you how we found Jillian. So Denise Wakeman, hi Denise, we're going to see her on Saturday night. Denise Wakeman posted a picture on Facebook of your, he needs to come over, we need to bring Hugh over to get his head
absolutely.
You're the beard, let me tell you. So Denise posted a picture on Facebook the other day, Jillian, of your Airstream, and I was like, check that out, right? I'm like, that is awesome. And so then I reached out, I was like, I got to get them on the show. By the way, I did not know I was going to be in LA at the time, right?
Oh wow, this is great timing, right?
But talk about the power of the internet, because I saw the picture, I just thought it looked so cool, I thought the idea was awesome. I reached out to you, I called you, and said, hey, do you want to come on a hangout and talk about, having local business? And you guys, boom, that's how we got Jillian here today, who decided he wanted to come on and talk about it. And tell us real quick then also what, you were on the E-Red carpet. Thank you, honey. You were on the E-Red carpet, and you were doing a Guinness Book of World Records contest. Tell us about that.
That was good. I was actually in the gym. It was so strange because I always say I always have to answer my phone because I don't know who's calling.
Right.
And E-Entertainment, they called, and, of course, I dropped everything. And they asked me, say, hey, would you want to be a part of this red carpet event for E-Entertainment? I was like, yeah, sure. What am I going to do? And I'm thinking it's like random, maybe a celebrity needs a haircut. And they told me that I was going to be attempting to break the Guinness Book of World Records for most shaved heads. I was like, oh yeah, I'm fast. I can do it. You know. So fortunately, I broke the record by 12 people in under an hour. The record was 60, and I did 72. So I did that, and I had a few minutes left. Actually, we ran out of people. So
Oh, how funny! Yeah, you're like, who's next?
yeah, I was like, who's next? Let's get it going. But it was great. It was live on the red carpet. It was a once in a lifetime thing. It opened up a lot of doors for me, and hopefully, we'll be doing some more stuff.
I love the concept too.
Julian,
real
can
quick.
I come by and get my forehead caved in? It's been a long time.
Right?
I can't do
It's all about the pampering. It's about the ambiance and everything. So it doesn't matter if you have hair or not. It's cool
We're
to come
definitely
through.
going to try and stop by while we're there too. So tell us real quick. So and you just go and you park in the same spot, is that right? Because I know Denise is saying that she's seen you quite a bit.
Yeah, what we try to do is I quickly figured out, being a mobile barber, that number one is LA is horrible with parking.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, it'll be a little difficult for me to because of the fuel prices to move around so much and everything.
Sure.
So it became more of a like, you know what, let's gather up like a base clientele in a specific city and move in these general locations where everybody goes to and doesn't mind traveling to.
Right.
And it took me some time to kind of figure it out how far people will travel. So it's probably between 2 and 5 miles for a great haircut, and anything beyond that would be you would probably miss out. So we've been in between North Hollywood and Sherman Oaks for about 4 years now, and
Gotcha.
we've been getting new clients all the time. So
I can't, and just so you know, I know you haven't seen that comment stream. People are losing their minds. First of all, over you. We got a couple women swooning, so just so you know.
oh, sweet. I've been kind of keeping track a little bit.
But they're loving the idea. Lisa Ortega had the question, what an awesome idea of a mobile barbershop. Is it open to both male and female?
Yes, we actually have a master stylist here that he does women's hair. What we try to do is encourage them to do, kind of like if you know about the dry bar,
Yes.
women just get their hair blow dry. That's what the service we kind of offer here, because we're limited on water. Well, now we have a lot of water, but it's just a lot more comfortable if they just come in and want to get a style, like the last minute touch-ups and things like that. And haircuts are great here. So we get a lot of women, to be honest, we do.
You know what they say, hair on the floor is money in the drawer, right?
I am sure. And listen, I'm going to jump out, or have you jump out real quick. 'Cause what's the best way for us to find out more about you?
Say that again?
What's the best way for us to find out more about your company? Do you have a website or the Facebook page, or how can we find it?
We're redoing our website. The best way to find out about us is actually Google. I mean, we're at the top. If you want to research under the name or just mobile barbershop, we pop up. It's tons of information on about us. We're actually transitioning from we're adding a few things. We're updating our website, of course. We're looking to hopefully lock down a reality show opportunity this summer. We actually service the military. We have a 5-year contract. We own the only existing military mobile barbershop contract in the world, so we're really proud of that.
Awesome.
So I had to, once things, we started out with this general website, and things just kind of happened real quick, and we was like, you know what, let's redo it, let's structure it the right way, and so that should be up in the next month. I just had a meeting about it yesterday.
Oh, honey, that's fantastic. Well, and just real quick, you guys, and then we're going to jump out. When I said the Google Hangouts, Julian's like, I love Google Hangouts. I'm like, well, you came to the right place.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Listen, Julian, thank you for joining us, sweetie. We're going to try and stop by and see you while we're here in town, okay?
Please do. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Kirk Sherrod, brother, I got to go because I got to go post a photo before we run out of room on comments. Apparently, we have hit the max again.
That's what I understand. What did it hit? 500?
Well, I think we're at 4 now. I'm trying to delete comments before I jump out of here. Darling, thank you so much for joining us, and I love what you're doing, so I appreciate it.
Thank you. Always a pleasure. Have a super day. Enjoy your day at California Adventure.
Woo! All right, great. I'm going to come back in. Guys, we got to go. That's it. I'm signing off. I'm Mia Voss. This is Greg Boysaw. And we're headed back over to Disneyland. Thank you, baby. All right, you guys, thank you so much. And we're going to post everything. It has been fabulous to see you. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. We are live. Hello, everyone. I'm Mia Voss. Welcome to the remote version of the Mia Connect Power Chat. I've got a couple special guests here. But first of all, let's talk about where I'm at. Where in the world is Mia Voss? Because we're in sunny LA. And I went to Disneyland. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So that's where we're at today. We're actually in Long Beach today. Greg surprised me with a trip yesterday. Let's talk about it.
Yes, we were fortunate enough to get off the plane and have my maps tell Mia about the secret before I wanted her to know.
Yeah. We get in the car, and I'm like, where are we going? And then his GPS goes, navigating to Disneyland. I'm like, what? So that was my first trip to Disneyland yesterday, and I'm going to wear this all friggin' day. I'm just going to walk around and wave at people all day. So listen, today the show is going to be about, I love how you keep getting the tiara. Look at this bad mofo. Like, I picked this up at Disney World yesterday and walked around all day, and there's the only other people wearing it were a bunch of 6-year-olds. And I was shameless about it. I don't care. Mortar Day. I've got businesses from all across the country. I'm going to start with 2 that are in my hometown of Denver. But first, I'm going to also get to some comments. So let me clap. And we're going to introduce everybody. Oh, yeah, and I got a lightsaber yesterday, too. We went on the Star Wars thing, nerding out. I'm going to post the Instagram link. You're going to love it. So, oh, is that the dishwasher? Anywho, we got all kinds of noise going on in the background. So here's a couple comments. We've got Mike Alton thought for sure that I was going to be broadcasting live from Star Wars Disney, and I would break Google again because I would have been talking about Star Wars. But again, we went on the Star Wars exhibit. We went on the Star Wars exhibit yesterday and nerded out. I finally got to feel what going through the jump to light speed.
Everything from small little flowers to full-on Kentucky Derby hats, like back here.
Like these. Oh. Yeah, and you've designed them for people across the country specifically and sent them to them, right? I've seen some of those.
I have. I've actually designed across the world at this point. I've had customers from 5 continents.
Woo!
I know.
And how did they find out about you? Like, how did it?
Sorry, I lost my computer there. It's bad.
Hey, listen, I can't even shake a stick at that. I'm over here jumping out of my own broadcast. So.
Shortly, I'm going to amuse myself with an earthquake. Ah! Sorry, it's early. I haven't had coffee. Most people usually hear about me word of mouth, although Etsy's been pretty good for me. I've gotten a lot of really good press. I've been fortunate enough to know people who can really help me sort of get the word out. So I've had some magazines and some blogs and, all kinds of places where people have been helping me spread the word.
So that's the thing that I love, too, which this is, I think this is your first Google Hangout, too, isn't it?
It is.
Speaking of saucy, we just popped Susan's cherry, too. How you feeling about that?
I'm a little weirded out, but, I'll get over it.
Too bad you don't smoke, right?
I know.
Baby, there's a couple hats up in that corner that I could use when I go play basketball.
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, we're going to actually, Susan, yeah, I'm going to stop and try and get your hat. Hey, can you show us the little tiny hat? Because I tried it on the other day, or I was looking at it the other day, and it reminded me of Men on Film when he would put that little tiny hat on his head.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Can you show us the little hat? Uh-oh. It doesn't again. No, that might be me.
Got it all started. Where am I? Here I am.
Oh, you guys, we're going to take...
Kitty May cupcake lives again.
I changed my mind. I want that one.
I will not put on the cupcake pasties, though.
Oh, How that worked, yeah. You know what? That would be the requisite. Was like that was amazing. Cheryl Deuce is checking in for her hubby. Thank you, darling. It's going to be epic. Dawn Swift, she's got her tiara going for us, which I so appreciate. Joe Ray says, awesome. I'm excited. You think it was my trip. Have a ball. Thank you so much, brother. We've got Lansfield saying hi to Tim Longwell, which is awesome. Denise, who's shared my tiara before, is loving it on Greg. And a big shout out to our birthday girl, Lainey Sullivan. Happy Friday, party people. You're in my hometown. I wish we could see her. So that's our audience for right now. You guys, as we talk to each of our guests, I would love if you've got questions or comments. You know I'm going to be able to see them. We're going to pop them up on here too. But first I'm going to start with our first guest. Coming out of Denver, this hot number right here is Rami Rossello. Woo! Hey girl, how are you?
I'm good,
okay?
thanks. It's nice to see you. Good morning.
Yay!
I can hear you great.
This is Rami's, we're popping Rami's cherry for Hangouts today, right, Rami?
Yes, correct.
This is your first Google Hangout, yes.
First Google Hangout.
Okay, we might have you
thrilling.
muted, honey. I can't hear you. So guys, I want to talk about Rami. So in Denver, she started with Proto's Pizza, which was an amazing business, and then she went on to open Comida, which really started off with the pink taco truck, right, Rami?
It did. I started in May of 2010. We did our first party on the 17th, so I'm coming up on a 4-year anniversary, which is pretty exciting.
Woohoo!
And from there, I know, thanks. From there, about a year and a half later, started the first brick and mortar. And a year after that, opened the second one, which is where I'm sitting right now.
So tell us about that. So the first one you started was in Longmont, which is north of Denver, right?
Yep, it's just north of Denver, outside of Boulder. I started, the food truck was Boulder-based, but the opportunity came about to do the restaurant in Longmont in this little neighborhood that I had actually lived in for a long time. And the restaurant was owned by a couple people that I knew, and things didn't really work out as well as they had wanted. Their landlord, who has become my business partner, offered me the restaurant for free. So that was a deal I couldn't refuse.
Wow. Yeah, I'd say that's the understatement of the year.
Can you hear me?
You know,
do you want to keep talking? Sorry.
Having it ready, right? Because a lot of times you can open a restaurant and it would be, you know, you've got to do all this retrofitting to it, right?
No, I mean, this restaurant was made, it was like it was completely meant to be. The ceiling was hot pink, which was the color of my truck. The chairs were pink. There were forks and knives and plates and computers and booze on the shelves. It was ready to go.
Oh, honey, that is amazing. Can you hear me okay? By the way, I'm going to keep keep chatting on that. So then, tell us about the source that you're at now too. Hey guys, I may have to jump back out and come back into my own broadcast. Watch this. I can't do it. Okay, guys, I'm back. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
I had to jump out of my own show. This is the beauty of doing things remotely, by the way. Let's clap for that. How's that? Exactly. Okay, Randy, are you still there with us, honey? Okay, I think everybody's frozen. I think the internet connection's really bad. Oh my goodness, this is not good. Are you guys still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Can you hear anybody else?
Yep, we're here. We're all
Yeah,
here.
we're here. Hey, Mia, I gotta say, this is Dennis, by the way.
Yeah.
I feel your remote pain, girl.
Honey, welcome. You know it's always a hot mess. I'm going to still keep on doing this and keep on going. Can you guys hear Ramey or see Ramey at all? Do you see
No,
Greg
we can
fanning
see her.
himself?
She's frozen. We can't hear her, though.
She's
Okay,
frozen.
you know what? We might see if Ramey can come back in. We'll see if she can jump back in. You know what I'm going to do, though, you guys? Look at what Greg fanning himself. He's over here having a heart attack. I'm loving it. Hey, Susan, I'm going to jump to you, darling, since you've been waiting so patiently.
Sure.
You guys, this, by the way, I'm going to keep clapping, is Susan Dillon. And Susan is also, the one thing I didn't mention is that we run a group here called Crave Denver in Denver, and both Susan and Ramey are featured in this book, which is fabulous. It's a book celebrating women entrepreneurs. So I've known Susan, gosh, we're going on probably like 3 or 4 years now, and that's how we met. But tell me about Kitty May Millinery and how you came up with it, because it's kind of a saucy little story, girlfriend.
It is. I tell people that if something interests me, I probably will try and do it.
Yep.
And back in 2008, the thing that interested me most was burlesque. And so I started, yeah, baby, shaking it. I started performing under the name Kitty May Cupcake, and I wanted a little mini top hat for a performance I was working on.
Right.
And, you know, I've been sewing since I was a kid, so I thought, you know, I'll just teach myself how to do this. And my first hat was a disaster. My second I loved. And then I fell in love with the process more than anything else. So I started doing costume millinery. And then a couple years later, started doing some bridal pieces. And then I taught myself how to hand block hats. So now I do